The population of the world community is now growing exponentially due to rising of living standard, health facility, daily necessity, as well as increasingly comfortable living infrastructure. For a developing country, the pattern of population growth is now in need of preparation of human resources in the field of industry, education, medicine, administration, and so on. Therefore, as the world population grows, so does the rate of demand for need of natural resources are also increasing dramatically. However, unplanned natural resource management can contribute to environmental pollution and biodiversity imbalances. Hazardous smoke emission from factory and motor vehicle, open burning, as well as the generation of electricity from non-renewable sources are the main factors affecting the quality of human life and the environment. If this continues until a few more years without any solution, surely this earth that we inhabit will be destroyed. The main problem facing the world community today is the issues of climate change and energy security. Both of these challenges must be addressed wisely and collectively in order to ensure the survival of the inhabitants of the earth, which include human, animals, and plants in the future. Particularly, Sustainable Development Goal number 7, which is affordable and green energy, has been identified as one of the solutions to tackle the availability issues of natural resources for energy consumption and at the same time preserving the environment. My name is Dr. Mohd Shafie, and I am the Director of Knowledge Transfer Center and also a Senior Research Officer at the Center of Education and Training in Renewable Energy, Energy Efficiency and Green Technology, University Science Malaysia. At USM, our mission is to expand the role of the university in disseminating knowledge and information to help improve the living standard of the community for the sustainability of tomorrow. When we talk about SDG number 7, we are actually talking about energy resources that are modern, sustainable, accessible, and fully usable. But most important thing is to replace fossil fuel, which is from non-renewable energy sources, to a more clean fuels, which is from renewable energy sources. Nowadays, dependence on fossil fuel has contributed to drastic changes in the world climate through the effect of greenhouse gases. Examples of fossil fuel are coal, petroleum, and natural gas. These fossil fuel formed from decayed plant and animal by exposure to heat and pressure in the Earth's crust. This process took millions of years. A proactive and effective approach should be taken to find alternatives to replace these fossil fuels. One way is through energy supply sector focusing on renewable energy. Renewable energy refers to energy that can be generated throughout human life. For example, we can produce ethanol from corn biomass that takes only 3 months. Corn ethanol formed from the fermentation and distillation processes. In Western countries, ethanol is used as one of the sources for vehicle fuels. Renewable energy is also known as clean energy or green energy because it is not polluting air and water. Investment in renewable energy generation, such as solar power, thermal power, wind power, hydroelectric power, biomass power, fuel cell power, geothermal power, and many more can increase productivity and produce sustainability energy if we want to achieve the SDG goal by 2030. In the next slide, I will explain some examples of renewable energy and how it works to generate the clean energy. Some of them are cheap and some of them are expensive to produce. Solar power can be divided into electric and thermal. Solar-based electricity is generated from a process known as photovoltaic effect. This process involves when electrons emitted from semiconductor material after receiving energy from electromagnetic radiation, which is solar from the sun. While thermal is generated using solar collector to trap solar heat from the sun. Solar panel or solar cell are considered cheap as the price decreases from year to year. Wind power is generated through the conversion of wind energy into electricity using wind turbines. Wind turbine can rotate about either a horizontal or vertical axis. Hydropower is common in Malaysia. Hydroelectricity is generated through gravitational force or water flow pressure, and it involves the construction of dam and the generation of electricity by turbine rotation. Biomass also can be divided into two categories, one to generate electricity and another one to be produced as fuel. In electricity generation, the process involves into burning the biomass materials such as wood chip or wood pellet in a boiler to heat water and produce steam. Steam is used to rotate turbines and generate electricity. While, as I explained before, biomass also can produce fuel, such as ethanol, to power the vehicles. In fuel cell, the energy generated throughout electrochemical process, the electricity produced involves fuel from anode and oxide from cathode that react with the presence of electrolyte. Some examples of fuel sources are hydrogen, hydrocarbon, and alcohol, and some examples of oxide are oxygen, chlorine, and chlorine dioxide. Geothermal. Geothermal power is most expensive energy source that involve installation and operation at the early stage. But in the long-term operation, typical saving might range from 50 to 70% of traditional heating and cooling system. Geothermal also can be produce electricity and thermal heat. Our effort today toward renewable energy that involve infrastructure and technology will provide cleaner and more efficient energy use in the country. This approach will encourage growth and environmental conservation in the future. On the whole, as our everyday life depends on affordable energy services to function smoothly and to develop equitably, clean energy is also important to counter the effect of climate change today.